Tayven Jackson.
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
All right, Tayven. See now you got a little string of games under your belt since the opener. Do you feel a lot more comfortable out there? Is you kind of getting the hang of it again, being a starting quarterback?
Yeah, feel like I'm getting the hang of it a little bit. There's a lot of things to improve on, but a win is a win, and especially against that coach and what he's done. And, we have all the respect for Coach Belichick and his staff and that team. And they came out there and fought hard, and it was a great game.
So that mean more facing Coach Belichick and getting a win against such a storied coach?
I mean, I feel like anybody that plays against, it's like if you're, playing against Tom Brady, you know what I'm saying, or he was a coach, it's just, he's got 7 Super Bowls. It's, that's hard to do. So you have that in the back of your mind, but you just treat it like a game, and that's what we did. I couldn't be more proud of our team.
Tayven, you guys seemed pretty efficient right from the start, and you guys seemed to be clicking. What kind of worked for you guys early, and what were you able to take advantage of?
Just getting the ball out on the perimeter and getting it to our receivers. All of them played great today. They got open. Our running backs, even in the flat routes, like swings, like they got open too. They got yak yards. Like it was a good game to see our receivers do what they did today. And obviously that couldn't happen without 0 sacks and a phenomenal game by the line.
Tayven, obviously you've improved as a team, since week 1. We've touched on that here. Do you feel like there were any plays or any reads today that you made that you feel like may not have gone as smoothly in the first week?
And that's every game. You're gonna make a bad read, you make a bad play, but it's about moving on to the next play, not getting caught up. I'm excited to go in the facility and watch the game and improve, and I'm excited to get back out to practice with the guys and just keep. That's what we did week 1, week 2, week 3. Like we just kept on improving, and that's all we want to do. It's just improvement, and so that's exciting.
How satisfying was it to go on that touchdown drive to end the first half?
The 2-minute drive? Yeah. Oh, it was exciting. But man, I didn't know that guy was gonna let go of me like that. I thought the drive was done after that. But again, our receivers came up big, made big plays, ran crisp routes, O-line blocked. And that was a team drive right there. And team drive, our coaches called phenomenal calls, plays, and that's exciting to see, because that's hard to do. Going, what was it, a minute and 13, something like that. That's hard to do, and that's a good thing to see on offense.
How would you describe your comfort level with the tight ends?
Oh yeah, those are my guys. They're like receivers. Like they're fast. They can catch. Our relationship, my relationship with the tight ends is a great relationship. We actually play spades. Just playing spades. As boys. That's so. Saying off the field stuff that relates to the field.
Tayven, you were heavily involved in the run game today. There were a few of those options where you just completely fooled the defense and got loose. Was that an emphasis in practice this week to get you more involved in the run game, or is that just something you saw on the fly?
Yeah, it was just me. I feel like I got comfortable a little bit running the ball. I never thought that I was a runner, but that's what Coach Frost needs me to do, and I'm going to do it for him. And I'm going to try to do it as best I can. Yeah, those runs were made for me. Short yardage, get the first down. So it's hard to stop an offense with the running back group that we have, and a quarterback that can run a little bit.
You faced Steve Belichick's defense last year when he was at Washington. So how much did you tailor the game plan based on what worked for you guys in Indiana in any way?
Yeah.
And also, how familiar did it look scheme-wise during the course of this game?
Yeah, they kind of run the same. They ran the same defense last year. A little bit of tweaks this year, just because they had different personnel. But I mean, it's hard. But their defense is. I respect their defense. guys out there in coverage. But I felt like we did a good job of taking advantage of windows and soft areas that they presented today.
Tayven, I know you mentioned you prepare as a starter all the time, but this is the second week coming in as the known starter. How do you feel like it's just like a little bit different? Just like you have a little bit more comfortability there with the guys. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, just feeling a little bit more comfortable. I feel like once you play a little bit, you start feeling comfortable. But again, just treated this week like any other week. Just did my best to do my job. That's all that matters. Is if I can go out there and do my job.
I saw a whole bunch of number 2 jerseys out there for the tailgate. Can you talk about the friends and
I've
family
been there
that you
with
have? I played catch with dad a little bit today. You know,
my
can you
dad.
tell us a little bit how it felt just having the family in the stands for this one?
Yeah, it felt great. You know, they come down here and support me, and it means the world. My dad's crazy, man. He got like, I don't know what app he got on, but he got stitched jerseys for the whole family. But that's just him. He loves that. He does it. He does it for me. He does it for my brother. So it's a great feeling to have that. And that's who I want to, like, after the game, I just run up to them, you know, because that's all that matters is family.
Tayven, you connected with 9 different receivers during the game, including freshman Wade and Charles. Talk about how his growth from beginning of camp to now as he's picked up the speed and intensity of the game.
Yeah, he's going to be great. That's all I got to say. He's going to be great. I got no words.
So you did a really good job of kind of taking what the defense gave you today. No turnovers, and there weren't any like huge chunk plays for the most part. You just kind of deliberately moved the ball down the field. Talk about that.
Yeah, that's what the defense that they ran. They didn't allow deep shots. Number 1 is a great corner, so he played a good game. But that's what we emphasize, just taking what the defense gives us and just keep attacking. You know, yards after yards after yards until you get into the end zone. I feel like we did a good job of that today.
Tayven, you guys start Big 12 play next week in Kansas State. What sort of challenges do you face on the road and trying to keep with this momentum that you guys have built up through the non-conference tournament?
Yeah, I think noise. Obviously, I heard Kansas State stadium is loud, but we just got to be on the same page as an offense as a team. If we can do that, then we have a shot. And it's just preparing to win the game and coming out there and doing our job.
Are you one of those guys that gets fueled by fans heckling and stuff like that when you're on the road?
You don't really. I don't really hear it, just because I'm so locked into what's going on the field. But you could definitely hear, you know, how loud it is in the stadium. But you try to just block it out.
Defense gives up only 9 points, several sacks, those 2 big deflected interceptions. How much energy does the offense get knowing that the defense is able to make those kinds of plays and keep a team like North Carolina off the score?
Yeah, I feel like the defense played phenomenal today. They let up a field goal because I didn't get the first down and that was on me. So really 6 points. But they played a great game, complete game. Kudos to Coach Grinch. He had a great scheme. Our players played great on defense. They were flying around, being aggressive.
With all the emotions that have surrounded Coach Clark, all the thoughts and prayers from your teammates, what's the challenge in staying focused on football and winning a game?
Yeah, that game was for Coach Clark. He's battling, but he's doing great. So we're keeping him in our prayers, and the Lord's gonna work His ways with him. I'm sure that he's gonna be just fine.
Was it difficult to stay focused on football for the whole time?
I wouldn't say it was difficult, but it was in the back of your mind because that's someone that we love. That's our coach, you know, and we did it for him. And no mind came out and played, and I feel like he would be very happy. You know, when he watches this game, he's gonna be very happy.
Taylor, you made a lot of plays on the ground, obviously, with your legs. Is that something that we're going to see more throughout the season, or was it kind of like a thing with just UNC and how they play defense?
Yeah, just whatever the defense, you know, shows us. If I gotta use my feet to scramble, I gotta use my feet to scramble. But it is whatever the defense presents. You know, you gotta just go out there and try to make a play, try to get the first down.
Talk about trying to get a first down, and you kind of learn a lesson there on that one play that you knew you got to hold the ball out a little bit?
Yeah, that was a bonehead play by me. That will never happen again.
And then there was another one you were just, towards the end of the game, you kind of took a hit. And KZ, have some words for you that you got to, make sure you kind of get down and get your body out of harm's way.
Oh yeah, he wants us to get down, but for us, he wants us to get up, but it's just balance, know when to get down or know when you got to get the first down. So I'll learn from that and try to get better.
Last one here, Chris. You mentioned how well the defense played, considering you've gone against them in spring camp and fall camp all the way through. What's it like seeing them game in, game out the last 3 weeks do something else?
That's what I expect from the defense, how they play today, because I see it. I saw it every day in spring and fall, and it was tough some days. It's a great scheme and we got great players. So I expect them to play plays like that every game. I want to say, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. It's been a rough, journey, but none of this would happen without him. So just want to give a shout out to that. I want to give a shout out to our equipment managers and our training staff. They do a lot behind the scenes, and they don't get enough credit. I want to shout them out.
Thank you, Tayven.